Mr. Bon-Hovis.
Goodness me, early bird. What time is it?
Look at your watch, Mr. Bon-Hovis. What does it say?
Well, would you look at that? It says it's a brand new day.
I'm Jovis Bon-Hovis, and this here's the creation crew. Hey, we want to say welcome. We're gonna have fun with you. Welcome from early bird. Welcome from Boogie World. Welcome from Dora Mouse. Welcome from Woody Loud. Welcome from everyone in the creation crew. So come on in. We're glad to see you. Yes, we are. Come on in.
Oh, what a glorious morning to be alive. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Jovis Bon-Hovis. These guys, these are the creation crew.
Hi.
Oh, welcome to my house. If you've been here before, you'll know that we get up to some fantastic stuff. We have some fun, don't we, Monkey? What do we do, everybody?
We have wonderful stories.
We have some lovely song times.
We do arts and crafts. My favourite. My favourite.
There's far too much messing about and silliness all the time.
Yeah, don't forget we go on adventures outside too.
Speaking of which, I'm going to have to go and get dressed, I think. I'm up. I'm dressed. I'm ready to go. Do you know what, early bird? Generally speaking, today is going to be a big, fat, juicy show. Absolutely ram-packed with fabo, stickalabo, my mabo, fo fabo goings on. What are you going to be getting up to today, early bird? What are you doing?
Better stretch my wings, Jovis.
Yep.
I've been sitting in my nest all night
Yeah.
and I have so much energy.
You ready to go?
I'm going to flappity-flap up and away and soar there a while amongst the clouds.
Yeah, you know what, early bird? That's just what I was thinking. I think I'm gonna soar through the clouds. I'll have a bit of a stretch of my wings as well. It's good to release a little bit of energy early in the morning, isn't it, early bird? Yes, I think I'll do that too.
What could you possibly be talking about, you very strange person?
Well, I was only trying to be friendly. What do you mean?
Well, you're not a bird and you don't have any wings.
Ah, you're so picky. I was only trying to make you like me and be like you. Oh, I'll go and see what Bookie Worm's doing. Hey, Bookie Worm, what are you up to?
Well, I was having a sort through the library,
Oh.
Jovis, making sure everything is in its proper
Yeah,
place
yeah.
and correctly alphabetized.
Yes. Yes. I was also as well, was my good friend. The very same. I was sorting through my books and making sure they were all properly, alphabeted. Yes, I began with A. Then I moved on to B. Subsequently, I continued through to Curly-Cur. And what about you, my fellow person who likes books?
Jovis?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Socializing? Being friendly?
But that's not how you talk.
Oh, I'm just trying to talk like you so you'll like me better.
Well, I hope I don't talk like that. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like you to stop being so silly and let me get on with my work.
Well, I never. I was only making an effort. It says so right here. Doing. If you want people to like you better, just act like them, and then they will. Well, I don't know. I'm going to see what Woody Louse has to say about all this.
What do you want?
I don't know, Louse. What do you want?
What are you talking about? I didn't knock at your door.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have done, you silly little wood louse.
Or maybe I shouldn't because I don't want to see you. Go away.
Ah, that didn't work either. Why can't I get anyone to like me today? I know. Monkey! Monkey! Monkey!
Hi, Jovis. How's tricks, mate?
Yeah, all right, mate. No problem at all, monkey. What about you? What are you up to today there, geezer?
Oh, you know me, Jovis. Bit of a swing through some trees. I might eat some bugs that I pick off some other monkeys. Then hang upside down by my tail and eat some bananas. Same old, same old.
You know, it's funny you should say that. It's just what I was thinking, monkey. I was particularly looking forward to the bit where I pick some bugs off the other monkeys and eat them.
Oh, I see. Have you been feeling all right lately, Mr. Bon-Hovis? It's just, human beings don't normally eat bugs off monkeys. It's a bit disgusting,
Oh,
actually.
for goodness sake, why won't anything work? I'm trying so hard. Look, it says so right here in my awesome pad. If you try and act like other people, they'll like you more. Why ain't nothing working, monkey?
Mr. Bon-Hovis!
Hello.
While I was sorting out the library today, I came across this book, and I thought it would be just perfect for today's story. Why don't you read it to everybody?
This one here, Bookie Worm.
Stop that now.
Very well.
Oh, this looks interesting. Poor little owl. Poor little owl monkey. Everything had just turned upside down for him. He was a normal boy. He had a nice school which he liked, friends he played with, clubs he went to, and a house with a bedroom he'd spent years getting just the way he liked it. And then, disaster. His parents dropped the bombshell. They had to move to a new town.
That sounds exciting to me.
Maybe, but he had to move to a new school, new people, a new house, and worst of all, leaving behind his friends. He was terrified. He just didn't know what to do. On the first day at his new school, he kept quiet all day, looking at the strange faces around him of the teachers, the pupils he'd never seen before. The uniform was a different colour. All the classrooms were in different places, and the lessons seemed all mixed up. He wondered how he'd ever fit in.
Oh, poor owl.
I know, poor little owl. On day 2, Jack McSuperball, the school soccer whiz, came and spoke to him. Poor little owl hardly knew where to put himself. "You like soccer, then?" he barked. Yeah, love it," Al lied, just trying to fit in. "That's great. I could see you were no ballerina. We're looking for a new centre forward. Come along tomorrow to the school hall at 3:30 and we'll try you out. See you there." Oh, brilliant, thought Al. I'm making friends already. I'm sure we can work around the fact that I don't really like soccer.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Later that day, Ballet Bob Prancer glided over to him. "Hello, I'm Ballet Bob. You're new around here, aren't you? Do you like ballet, or are you more of a soccer person, would you say?" Well, what do you think Al said?
Hey? What?
He was so keen to make everybody like him that he just blurted out, "Oh, I love ballet. No, I can't stand soccer. Ugh, all that running about." "Great," said Ballet Bob Prancer. "We're having auditions tomorrow for Swan Lake. You'll love it. See you in the school hall at 3:30. Oh, dear me.
Oh, that sounds like little Al's getting himself into a bit of a pickle.
I think you're exactly right, Monkey. He certainly is. Well, just as Al was getting ready to leave, Foster Brainiac popped in for a chat. "Hello, I'm Foster Brainiac. I saw you in maths. I thought, there's a young spark who likes to use his brain. I'll bet you're a chess lover, eh? I love chess. What about you?" Well, of course, Al was so eager to please everybody, he just blurted out, "Oh, yes, I'm a big chess fan. All those horses and prawns, just my thing."
Oh, wonderful! Exclaimed Foster Brainiac. I knew you weren't the physical type. I could see you wouldn't be interested in leaping about on a stage or chasing after a silly ball. Intellectual, that's what you are. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then in the school hall at 3:30.
Oh, no. I won't be late, said Al. Dear me. You can see what Al's done, can't you, Monkey?
What's he gonna do?
Well, he's got himself into quite a fix. 3 different people were expecting him for 3 different clubs, all in the same place, all at the same time. Next day, at 3:30, in he walked. Shy little mouse, trying not to be seen. Oh, would you believe it? There were delegates from each club standing at the door, helpfully explaining to everybody where they should go. Oh, no. Monkey.
Oh, what?
Who do you think the delegates were? Foster Brainiac, Ballet Bob Prancer and Jack McSuperball.
Oh, no.
Ow! Ow! They all called at the same time. This way for the ballet, this way for the soccer, this way for the chess. Poor Al just wished the ground would swallow him up. He'd been well and truly found out. Don't be ridiculous, Jack McSuperball shouted at Ballet Bob Prancer. Al's a soccer man. He wouldn't be seen dead bouncing around a stage on his tippy toes in a girly leotard. Ha! Tell him, Al. Don't be silly, McSuperball. You clearly don't know Al at all. He's not interested in that rough and tumble. Al's far more cultured and sophisticated. He's here for the ballet. Tell him, Al. Well, just then, Foster Brainiac piped up. I'm afraid you've both got it completely wrong. Al can't stand all that physical stuff. He told me himself. Al's a thoughtful person who likes to exercise his mind. He's here for the chess. Tell them, Al.
What's he gonna do?
Monkey, oh dear, he was so embarrassed. There was nothing left for it. Nothing left for it. He had to tell the truth.
Huh?
You lied to us, they said. That's like you tricked us and we just wanted to be your friend. I'm so sorry, said Al. Oh, Monkey. Next day at school, Al felt very silly. He decided to do something really brave, and he went and talked to Foster, Bob and Jack. I just wanted to be honest with you about what I really like. First of all, I love tennis. I play it most weekends. I also have lots of model aeroplanes in my room which I've built from kits. In my old school, I would also sing in the choir on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I love singing, and that's the real me. I sing in the choir, Bob piped up. I play tennis too, shouted Jack McSuperball. And I make aeroplanes as well, said Foster Brainiac. We've got loads in common after all.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think we could try again to be friends? And this time, we won't pretend to be someone else. Everyone agreed, of course. And from then on, they had good, honest friendships that felt real.
Yeah.
Cool, what a dimbo.
Imagine that.
Can you imagine somebody being so silly, lying like that, just to make everyone like them? Oh, I'm glad I don't know anybody like that. He must have felt really daft.
Jovis, can I have a word?
Yes, my sweet little mousy friend.
Didn't you connect with that story in any way? Don't you ever act a certain way to make people like you?
Oh. You mean you think I've been acting like Al?
Yes, and you look just as silly as him too.
Oh, no, Dora. I've done it again. I really need to stop pretending
and just be who I really am, don't I? Then if people don't like me, well, that's their loss. I just need to clear this up with you, monkey. I don't actually want to eat bugs off other monkeys.
No, I can't say I'm surprised. That would be disgusting.
Early bird, I've got a bit of a confession to make.
I don't actually have any wings.
So I won't be able to soar through the clouds with you today, I'm afraid.
Oh, really, Mr. Bon-Hovis? I was pretty sure you weren't a bird, but were in fact a rather silly man.
Bookieworm! Bookieworm!
Yeah?
Hi. Listen, I just wanted to talk to you, a bit of a confession, really. Truth is, I'm not actually that posh. And I like books, but I'm afraid I'm not a librarian either.
Jovis, we have known each other for some time, and I think if you had a library, it may have come up at some point. I just thought you were behaving very strangely, and it wasn't very nice.
No, I think you're right, Bookieworm. I'm sorry. Fact is, relationships work so much better if we're honest and truthful and we understand each other. You know, there are lots of guys and girls in the world, all as different as can be, but I'm special, because I'm the only me.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be flying a kite. If I know I'd much rather be riding my bike. There are all kinds of things that we do to impress. From the way we do our hair to the way we dress. If you were the only one who liked hot milky tea, would you drink it cold and black just in case somebody sees? There are lots of guys and girls, all as different as can be, but I'm special, yeah. I'm the only me. Come on. Well, I probably shouldn't be trying to do art if I knew it just wasn't what was in my heart. There are lots of different things that we do to be popular, like showing off and trying to look all fab and spectacular. If nobody else, like playing in the snow, would you pretend that you didn't, just so no one would know? There are lots of guys and girls, all as different as can be, but I'm special. I'm the only me. Yeah, I'm the only me.
Hey, I'm special, because I'm the only me. I like that song, that made sense. Do you know, I can't believe what this awesome pad tells me sometimes. Talks a load of nonsense. What's that it said here? Meow. People will like you more if you act like them.
What's the name of the website you're looking at there?
Oh, I don't have a look. I'll have a little look. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, there we go, look. www.don'tbelieveeverything-your-awesome-pad-tells-you.div. Oh, my goodness, you know what? I think I should have done my research a little bit better, don't you?
Yeah.
It seems obvious now, but if I think of Betsy, Bella and Flossie, they all know each other really well, so they can get on in a much deeper way. The friendship's more genuine. What are they up to today, Monkey?
I think they're busy cleaning out the stinky gerbil's cage today.
Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Through the window!
We're cleaning out the gerbils today. I've got 2 gerbils and they're called Lacey and Sheila. We're cleaning them out in the garden. smell a bit, so that's why we have to clean them out. We use a towel for a bedding because it's nice and cosy. Mummy helps us clean out the gerbils too. They are very nice and soft. Dry, dry, dry. The gerbils love it when they're nice and clean. Oh, look at them. They are the cutest little things. Now we're taking the things back in and putting them down. There I am, taking the gerbils back inside. Bye!
Oh, those gerbils! They were just so gorgeous!
Oh, snap out of it.
But I want one, Monkey. Their little noses were all so fluffy and soft, and they were going like this. I want one to take home. Oh, dear. Never mind. Anyway, you know what? You know, there's a guy in the Bible called Peter.
Yeah?
He pretended he didn't even know Jesus. Yeah, just so that he could look good in front of a bunch of strangers.
That's awful.
Oh, it's the way people are sometimes, though. You know, they care so much about what other people think that it makes them behave badly. Even good people in the Bible, like Simon Peter. Anyway, I'll prove it to you, Monkey, because I'll tell you what. It's scripture time! Get your Bible out, get it out, whip it out. Scripture time! Now, don't believe everything I tell you, all right? I could tell you, for example, your pillow is actually a giant marshmallow and it's there for you to snack on in the middle of the night. But is it in the Bible? Monkey, is it in the Bible?
No, of course not.
Let's have a look, shall we? Pillow, giant marshmallow, snacking in the middle of the night. It's not in here. What about what I said about Simon Peter and Jesus? Let's have a little look. As Simon Peter stood warming himself, he was asked, "You're not one of his disciples, are you?" That means like one of his friends. What do you think he said? He denied it and said, "No, I'm not." It really quite upset Jesus, you know, Monkey. Jesus tried really hard to make Peter understand how sad it was. How silly do we look when we pretend to be something we're not?
What, like saying you want to eat monkey bugs? Pretty silly, I'd say.
Yeah, Monkey, exactly. Anyway, we're going to do something fun now to help us remember how silly we look when we're pretending to be something that we're not. It's time for a quick make. Get yourself a nice big sheet of paper like this to start off with. Measure where the backs of your ears come, OK? Now, that's going to be the edge of your comedy glasses because they're going to loop over your ears, OK? Now, watch this. Oh, this is silly. I'm going to make myself a big loop for my glasses like that. And a big loop for my glasses on this side too, coming together in the middle for the most silly pair of big comedy googly eyes, like so. I'm going to make mine go like that, and then with some big eyelashes on there like that, and you can do yours however you like, but I want mine to look downright wacky. And now, coming out of the middle of the glasses, I want you to do yourself a big, goofy sausage nose with lots of pimples on it and maybe even some hairs like that so it looks proper daft. Now, quick as you like, get your scissors. You might need an adult's help with this. I don't want you going and grabbing a big fat pair of scissors like this if it's not right for you. So get your mum or dad to come and help you out. Cut this out. Right, when you've finished your cutting out like I have, you should have something suitably ridiculous like this. Don't ever forget how daft you look when you try and be somebody else. Hey, monkey, how did yours turn out?
Look how silly I look.
Oh, monkey. Oh, dear. Well, I tell you what, that's all we've got time for today. Sorry about that, but we're going now. It's goodbye from me, Jovis Bon-Hovis, and the creation crew. Bye. See you next time.
Bye.